Good evening, everyone. And actually, we gave the topic arithmetic progression today. Okay, but so as I mentioned there, I'm going to explain you the topic according to your classes means how that things are benefit for you and up to 10th classes. Okay, so we are going to discuss up to 8th to 10th class. How these things are important right now nowadays actually. See, so this topic, whatever topics are there in arithmetic progressions, that is very important in terms of your quantitative aptitude there, and means how the students are preparing for the aptitude examinations there or any competitive examination. In terms of them also, this topic is very important. So when we start with that introduction part of the arithmetic progressions, we have to we have to understand some topics like series and sequence first. Okay. So now basically, as I mentioned in one chapter, we have completed there in the eighth class also data handling and your introduction to graph there. So there, the main important things are that data is very important things there actually. So data. Why this is very important? Because see, nowadays the terms we are also using that one artificial intelligence, correct? AI. AI is also that is the means their basic or building blocks. If I'll say what is the basic part of AI is nothing but the data only, because data one first you have to collect the data and you have to analyze the data. Then if you study the data and based on that you have to get the sequence or things, then only you can implement on the solution for that. Okay, so data is very important in terms of almost most of the topics there. So in arithmetic progression also, data, whatever the data you are getting, based on that you have to analyze whether that will be the sequence or whether that they are maintaining something or not. Okay, so in that in sequence part, sequence and series means something. Suppose let it be if I'll write the number. Suppose natural number is there. Natural number is there, and if I'm writing natural number as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So here, if I observe, here is also some sequences there, because that number is going to add it continuously, and they're making the natural number system there. Means if I'm adding, means every time if I'm adding, I'm getting the terms there, and we are getting some sequence there. Okay, so we already started that sequence from the junior class onwards. Means how these terms are important based uh, from the junior classes to the higher classes. Actually, we can't link those things. We are not linking the school there. Okay, yeah, this thing you have learned in the sixth classes, and the same thing you're going to you are going to see the same thing in the higher classes also. That teachers, they can't link those things, so that's why the students start feeling the difficulty in the chapter in every classes there. Okay, so if you start linking that thing, suppose whatever things you have learned in the sixth classes and whatever things you have learned in that seventh classes, eighth classes, ninth classes, and 10th classes. Once you find the similarities in all the classes, means what are the things that are the similar in all the classes, that you have to find first. So once you find that thing, and you have to think on that, what extra things are added in that, and that makes your next class syllabus clear. So if you start understanding those things, definitely you can. If you are in the eighth class also, ninth class also, 10th class also, you are going to crack almost all the questions there. And that same thing happening there. Actually, whatever the NEET and IIT classes they are conducting actually right now, IIT or NEET classes they are conducting. See, these are not the separate thing actually, but the whatever the questions they are asking in the IIT and NEET, that is little bit different, and they add on something and they will make the questions there. So once you start understanding what extra things they are going to add it in that questions, which question you already learned in the school level, and the same questions if they added something extra in that questions and they make the NEET or JEE questions. So what extra they are adding, that you have to understand here. So once you understand those things, okay, these things they are added extras and they are making the new questions. So once you understand those things, definitely you are going to clear every examination in your life there. Okay, but either that will be your competitive examination or that will be your school examinations. That thing you need to understand there. Okay, so see in the arithmetic progressions also, see these things we are learning from the junior class on patterns like we are learning pattern and this sequence is also important there. So that pattern sequence, these all are the parts, all are the things which combine and they are making up the terms that arithmetic progressions there. So how that these things you have learned in the junior classes and they make the topic in the arithmetic progression in the 10th classes, that you have to understand. See, as you have seen there in my school there, they have taken some classes for how to add the number there, natural number. Suppose they ask you to find the first 10 natural numbers, suppose 3, 4, 5, let it be these natural numbers are there, and they ask you to find what will be the first sum of first 10 natural numbers. So how you can find that means you have to add it there 4, 5 up to 10, and then you have to give the answer for that. But if suppose this is a up to 10th, then we can manage. Okay, up to 10th we can add easily and we can get the number within the 1 minute or 2 minutes. But if they ask you to find the first 100 natural number, so is it easy to find the sum of first means first 100 natural numbers? So see these questions and adding up to 100 these questions. See, what is the similarity in both the questions means simply this also is the same both are the same questions only. But what they have added their extra means they are adding the same thing. You have to add that, but here time factor will come. Time factors. We can't add the numbers. If I add that number up to 100, might be it will take more than 5 minutes for us. Okay, but see, these are the differences we can get there when we are attempting our school type questions and that IIT JEE NEET question or any competitive examination question. These are the differences you can meet there. You are going to crack that one. So these differences you can solve when you have to get the trick. What trick you are going to use in this case is so that questions can make easy and you can solve any number question. Either they can ask you to find what is the sum of 100 or 1000 natural number. That also you can easily detect from there. So that trick you need to understand there. So that trick only make changes and then they can prepare you for that any competitive examinations there. Okay, so that things you have to mention there. Okay, that you have to understand that in all the classes. Like what tricks you are going to use that one. So sum of natural number, sum of odd number, sum of so n into n plus 1 by 2 suppose. So if I adding this formula, suppose how I make that question. So suppose if I'm adding at 3, 4 and 5, if I'm adding here, what I'm getting 3, 6, 10, 15 I'm getting here. Correct. So 15 means how many numbers are there? N depends the how many numbers are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers are there. So keep n equals to 5. Let it be we are getting that numbers or not. N means 5 into 5 plus 1 is 6 divided by 2. 2 3 is a. So what I am getting 5 into 3, 15 I am getting here. Okay. So easily you can add the 100 numbers. The first 100 number they ask you to find what is the first sum of first 100 number. Then you that also you can easily find now. See that trick. Suppose 100 into 100 plus 1 means that is 101 by 2. What I'm getting 50 here. So 5, 0, 5 and 0 here. So 50, 50. Sum of first 100 natural numbers you can easily find that 5050, 5050. So see within 10 to 15 seconds we are getting the answer. So that trick, how that tricks are coming, that trick you need to understand that. Once you start understanding those things, there is no problem to solve the question for exercise 9th class or 10th classes. We are going to meet all the question means all the things easily for you. Okay, so in sequence, see in 10th classes, this they, might be they will give more than I think 6 marks are there for that. 5 to 6 marks they will give in the examinations from this chapter, and sometimes they will keep minimum 2 marks also. Okay, minimum 2 marks and maximum 6 marks. Maximum 6 marks you can get from this chapter. So why this chapter is important in terms of that? Because see, these chapters will means make you start thinking on the sequence. Means how that sequence will come, how that series will come, how that progression will occur there, what type of progression will come. Either that will be in the successive means adding. They're going in that positive order, you are going in the decreasing order there. So those things you have to understand. Once you start understanding those things, then you will easily crack that things from there. So let it be first you start the sequence. Sequence means, what is sequence? Sequence is simple thing that means if you are keeping some number. So suppose if I'm a 2, am I writing 4? Am I'm 6, 8, 10? If I'm getting, I'm writing like that. So what is similarities in that each numbers? Because see, first I have written 2 and I added 2 there, or then again 2 and 2 and 2 or 2, and I can easily get the next number also. So or else we can say this is an even number. Simple. This is an even number. Even number series. So even number sequence there. So if I'm writing some number pattern there, and if I'm I suppose I'm able to get the other number after that. Suppose what will the number comes after 10? Suppose if I'm getting, let it be I'm writing 1, and again I'm writing 4, I'm writing 9, I'm writing 16, and it will be go like that. So what will be the numbers after 16? Suppose so how you can predict the next number after that numbers? So if that numbers follow, if all the numbers will follow the certain process or certain rules, and if that rules exist for the all the numbers, and if that particular rules exist for the, all the numbers, those type of things we can call it as a sequence there. It can be anything. It can be the pictures also. Suppose if I'm writing 6 circles are there, and first I'm writing one here, then one here, one here, now one here. So you can easily, what will be the one for the next one means you can write here. So see, for every pictures also they are following certain rules there. Okay, so this type of things we can call it as a sequence here. Simple. So if whatever things they are giving before, and they ask you to find what will be the numbers after that. So first you have to find that what are the things they link each other, means what are the means relation between those numbers, so they can get the another numbers there. So if I'm writing a 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, simply I can write 5 square, 6 square means 25, 36. I can write it like that. So these are the relations we need to find, and these relations, if some numbers are having that numbers are called it as a sequence there. Okay, so that is all about the sequences. So now it can be a finite also, it can be a infinite also, and these are the specific patterns there. So that's why these are the things. Infinite means something we never ended it. You can say like that. And finite means it can be on certain terms they can add it. So what is the after sequence? What is the series there? Series. So see, sequence and series, only one difference is there. Here, if I'm writing suppose 1, 3, 5, 7, like that, if odd number sequence I'm writing there. So if same thing, if I write in the series means something, we can keep as a sign. Okay, so that will be go like that. Either that will be in the plus or a minus or something. It will go like that. So that differences are there in between sequence and series here. Sequence will be the simply we are writing the numbers in the comma format. Series in the same number we are writing but in the sign format. So just we are adding in between the numbers or multiplying something there. So that is special things we are writing. So those are called the actually series there. Okay. So now that is difference in sequence and series there. So see, sequence nowadays sequence is very important in terms of many examinations there. They're giving the different types of sequence there. Suppose it can be anything. Now, see, there is not a fixed format of any sequence there. You can think anything on that. Either suppose what I have written there, suppose 1, 4, and 9, 16, I have written like that. Might be they will give you like that 0, 3, 8, 15, and they ask you to find this one. So what happened here? Here just I have done only square here. Okay, but here what I'm doing, I'm squaring also, I'm subtracting also. 2 square minus 1, 3 square minus 1, 4 square minus 1. Like that, 5 square minus 1 means 24, 6 square minus 1 means 35. Means, see, sequence can be anything there, anything. They can think that depends on how the examiner are thinking on that questions. That is the difference can be occurs there, and that will happen in the sequence there. But see, by thinking sequence and series, by understanding sequence and series, I can't solve the question of the progressions there. So what I said before, I have to get I have to get the what are the relations are there in sequence and series and the arithmetic progressions. So once you understand that relation, what are that relations, we need to link with this sequence and that arithmetic progression. Then these chapters make easy for you actually. Okay, so that things we are going to understand there. So once you understand the sequence there, so have you any doubt in that sequence? Anyone? Any problem in sequence there? If you have any problem, you can ask me there on in between them. Anyone any problem in that sequence? Hope you understand this one. You can ask me, no problem. You can interact in the classes easily. No issue with that. Okay.
No, sir, no
No
problem.
problem, sir.
So, okay. So see, now we are going to find what are the ranges between sequence and series and the arithmetic progressions. So first we will do the progression there. What is the progression first? Progression is something which are going to add it there. Suppose uh, some simple. If I take the example in our day-to-day life also, let it be all boxes is there, and in that boxes, suppose uh, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Suppose 12 column is there. Let it be 12 is small columns are there, and we need to fill with suppose some apple there. Let it be. This is an apple box, and I need to fill the apple in each gap there. So suppose if I keep apple, suppose if I fill this totally, then I'll keep another one like that. Again, okay, I'll keep another one. Again, if I'm keeping after filling this also, and then I can keep another one. So suppose what happened? I filled this one, I make as a 1 there. Again, I fill 2, and I make as a another pattern here, suppose 2. Again, third one, suppose if I'm keeping this also, I have I just fill this 3 and I'm keeping 3 here. So see that numbers, that terms are added with some the terms are growing, or they are growing by addition of some numbers there. Suppose here one basket is there, I added another basket, I make another one. I have added one more basket here, and I make the 3 one. Progression is something we need to add continuously there. Something fixed number I have to add in continuously, so I can get the sequence which are in the progressions there. Suppose so What is the next 4 we can make? So suppose that is the example for the numbers you can understand here. Suppose suppose I started with the 1 and added 3 here, and I'll make the another 4. Again I added 3 here and I'll make 7. Again I added 3 here and I make 10 here. So each time I'm adding that fixed number, this fixed number. Okay, so that is what progression. Either I can add or I can subtract. Okay, so progression can be on both the side, either can be the growing side also or reducing side also. So it can be a fixed number which can be added or subtracted from the numbers. Understand? Which can be added or subtracted from the numbers. Okay, so these type of things we can call it as a progression. Understand? And in progressions, so these are the things. Whatever the things I'm adding there, that is called the common difference in arithmetic progressions. That is called the common difference. These are the common difference, and we can represent it by D here. Okay, so we can represent it by D here, which I'm adding continuously in the numbers, and I'm getting the sequence there. Okay, so see, in sequence, I can add, suppose if I'm adding here 3, I can add next number, suppose I'm getting 4. Here I can add 4, no problem. Again, next number, suppose 8 I'm getting, here I can add a 5 here, no problem. It can be a sequence here. No, it can be a sequence, but I can't link this sequence with this arithmetic progression. Here in arithmetic progression, whatever the terms I'm adding here, that must be the fixed here. But in the sequence, it can be anything. Suppose if I'm writing here 2, I can write in the multiples of 2 also, no problem. Each time I'm so next number is next number also I can predict easily there. Suppose 8 plus 6 I'm getting 14 here. Correct. So 8 plus 6 14 I'm getting. So next multiple is 8 I have to add there. Simple. So 8 4 that means simple 22 I can get. Next number will be the 10. I can easily get the 32 like that. So this also a sequence there. But these are the difference between arithmetic progressions and the sequence. So once you understand these differences, what are the difference in sequence and the arithmetic progressions? That is the difference between sequence and the arithmetic progression you need to understand there. So once you understand these things, okay, the progression sequence can be anything. Either I can add the fixed number or I can add the different numbers, but that must be in the pattern there. Because see, these are all the multiples of 2. These are in the patterns. Okay, they are the specific patterns I'm adding here. And so a next number I can easily detect, okay, what will be the number added in the next time? 12 can be added there. So that is the difference you need to understand between the sequence and the progressions there. Okay, arithmetic progressions. So once you understand these things, okay, these things are very easy to understand. Okay, means suppose I'll give you one example, 2 examples I'll give you, and I'll ask you either they are in the arithmetic progressions or the simple sequence there. Okay, just you have to predict that. Let's we started with 1. I'm just doing -2, -5, okay, -8. So is this a sequence or arithmetic progressions? This is sequence, okay, but is it a arithmetic progression? Anyone? Is this a sequence or arithmetic
Yes,
progression?
so -3 is being added.
Yeah, -3 is being added here each time. Correctly. So -3 is being added each time. So I'm getting there that next terms there. So is it a sequence or is it this is the sequence? But is it a arithmetic progression? Yes, this is a arithmetic progression. Why? Because the fixed number are added each time there. Understand? So let's do another question. Then it might be you can understand. Suppose 5 I am writing here, 6, 8, then 11, then suppose 15. So is this a sequence or arithmetic progression there? Only sequence or arithmetic progressions or both?
Sir, both.
Both. Is it a progression, arithmetic progression there?
No, sir.
What's happening here? So if I'm adding 1 here, here adding 2, here 3, here 4, correct? And now I have to add 5. So each time what I'm doing, I'm adding, but I'm adding with a specific way, but I'm not adding the fixed number there, correct? Here I'm not adding the fixed number. So because of that, this is a sequence, but this is not the arithmetic progression. Understand my point? That is the difference between arithmetic progressions and sequence only, the normal sequence. Correct? Understand this one? Okay. So now, what are the terms are there which we can? So let's see. What is arithmetic progression? Let it be. Suppose I'm just giving with that some variable there. So a plus d I'm writing. Okay. So what I'm doing, so d I said d is the common difference is there. I'm adding any number a is there, any number. A can be any number. Any number. Any natural number you can see. Natural number. Okay. And d is nothing but common difference. Common difference. Okay. So next number will be how much? A plus
2D.
So what I'm doing, d already this number is there, and I'm adding again one more d. Correct. Suppose let it be here. First I have added there. I have added d in this number. Again, this number I'm repeating here, and I'm adding one more d here. Again, a plus d plus d. Again, I'm added extra d here. Each time I'm adding a fixed number there. Correct. So if I'll say like that, a, then a plus d. This can be a plus 2d. This can be a plus 3d. Again, if I'm added this number, suppose again this number also, if I'm adding there d, simple a plus 4d. Okay. So now, if I'm making this is a first number, first, and we are representing as a term. Term, in algebra, we mentioned term as a number which combination with both the terms, both the constant and the variable. Suppose if I'm saying 2x square plus 4x, so this 2x square is one term, 4x is one term, separated by this plus. Okay, but here, if I'm representing with suppose 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, it will be go like that. In the arithmetic progressions, we can coordinate each as a term here. Okay, this each number as a term. We are representing each number as a term here. Okay, so that's why I'm writing. Suppose if I mention this as a suppose a plus d plus, so this number will be a plus 2d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d. It will be go like that. Okay, so first term is the first term. This is a second term. Okay, this is a third term. This is a fourth term. So I'll tell you how to make the formula there. Fifth term. See, so it will be go like that, correct? So can you tell me how I can make the formula there? How I can make the formula from these things? So if I want to write, suppose, how we can find that 10th term, let it be. How we can find 10th term? Suppose 10th term, if I want to write, what I can write there? See, 4d added in the 5th term, 3d added in the 4th term, one less than that one. So simple a plus 9d I can write. So if I'm writing nth term, any nth term if I want to write, so what I can write? A plus nth term 1 minus n minus 1 into d. This is a formula for nth term. This is a formula for nth term. So see, because of lack of time, this meeting is going to end now. Okay. So thank you everyone for joining that one. And the next video, definitely I'll make the that video after that, this one, so you can understand those things again. Okay. So thank you everyone for joining this one. Okay. So again, we will inform you the next classes regarding that, and please join, especially 10th classes and other also. If whatever topics if you are seeing that will be important for you, you also can join that session there.